Ah, finally a respectable client. You'd not believe the ragged dogs we get in here. Although you would benefit from a cleaning. Now, you're here for some training, are you? I know what is said of the matter. There were once Fremen, and now there are none. After what the Sardaukar did, no one expects to see Fremen anymore. I heard they burned out every known Sietch. But what is said, and what is true, are two different things, I think. I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth or you'll find my fist in yours. The Sardaukar are well known for being thorough in matters of killing. What I think is that the Fremen are fierce warriors, and they know the desert best. Survival's in their blood. What is your interest? I cannot help you there. You may find some town Fremen in Harko, but they were domesticated long ago. They bear little resemblance to their desert kin. You can seek them out, but they're as talkative as stones. Harko village. It's a larger settlement near here. When Carthage was obliterated, the Harkonnen shifted operations there while Neo-Carthage is being built. Can be an entertaining place, should you enjoy death. It's a matter of taste. If you take care, you may find what you need there. Hanivars is as good a place as any on Arrakis to slake one's thirst. And you'll find the prices in the village a good measure lower than Traja's here. Sardaukar, Chum Mercs, they're always right where you do not want them. More so now since that prison ship went down. If you ask me, those must have been very valuable prisoners not to simply let the worms swallow them. Stay clear of the patrols. They're not discriminating when it comes to murder. Good for you. You know something that everyone already knows. But who shot it down? That is the question on Fenring's parched lips. And none escape from what I hear, so while we may suspect, we may never know. I know upon whom they'll place blame. The Fremen outlaws and Tara the Lion. He is a ghost for all occasions. Rogue elements are a politician's most practical expedient. It can only have been one of a small number of actors. But casual allegations breed pointless enemies. On Arrakis, you must choose your foes by intention. So I'll keep my list of suspects to myself. Don't worry. You're not on it. There aren't enough hours in the day. Banditry's rife upon the Erg, and scavengers are a desperate lot. Most are just poor folk like you and me. Cast-offs of the war trying to get by on the margins. But it's tough out there. Most'll kill you as soon as look at you because there's no telling if you're friendly or one of those Kirab bastards. They used to have a larger presence on this side of the Arga Basin before they were pushed out. But like a bad infection, that isn't quite cured. They've moved on to corrupt another part of the Arga Basin. They started out that way, I reckon. But then some black-hearted bastard came to the conclusion that it was easier to steal another's salvage than to hunt your own. And I suppose the idea caught on. Because before you knew it, the scavenger community was divided between those who scrounged for salvage and those who took it. Kerab just means bandit around here. They're not really an organized group far as I can see. Just a bunch of like-minded bastards that move in packs like the desert dogs they are. As I said, there used to be a bigger problem around here till the slavers pushed them out from the hand of Kadir. Towering rock formation they used for navigation in the ancient past. It's said to resemble our hand, but I don't see it. In a contest for black-hearted bastards, the slavers of the Karab beat with ease. The Karab only take your last find. The slavers take your soul and sell it to some puffed-up noble too lazy to wipe his own arse. The whole enterprise is disgusting. That's one topic the Duke and me saw eye to eye on. Duke Leto Atreides. Don't insult me by pretending you haven't heard the whisperings that haunt me even in this desolate place. Loose talk. Saying that I did anything other than serve my Duke with honor and integrity. It's true that I was removed from service to the Atreides. And it's true that the charges laid against me were for cowardice. But those who know me know that's impossible. And I have not, nor will I ever dignify the charges with a response. And truth be told, the old Duke Leto, one before this blasted war changed him, would never have questioned that fact. A momentary lapse of judgment in the heat of battle, that's all. Tribunal called it something else. They called it cowardice. Easy for them. Took all of 7 minutes, and half of that was noting who was present. Then the bastards packed up their papers and told each other, good job. But they weren't there. Open combat writes a story only the fighters can read. Your comrades, your brothers. They're the ones between you and death. War is supposed to hold you all in bond to the end. But the thing of it is, you can't trust anyone. Not even your closest mates. For all their talk of loyalty and honor, everyone's out for themselves. That's what happened. Still hanging around, are you?
Welcome. But please don't touch anything. If you damage anything, you'll pay for it. Also, if it explodes, that can be an inconvenience. Me? Please. Everyone knows me. I'm Traj Agsari. I own this block of cement. In Pinnacle Station, what I say goes. With supplies and schematics, yes, as long as you're paying. If you're looking for help defending yourself, talk to Arno, the blind cliché over there. Of course. All fine centers of commerce and influence have names. Remember Carthage? Pinnacle Station looks like Corinth compared to it now. You found it, did you not? And from looking at you, none too soon. This one says we're not civilized. Glus, they must have seen you eat. Look, friend, out here you take what you can get. Oh, speak your mind. Ironically, in recent days, the lowest gang of outlaws plaguing these hills are protected by official imperial sanction. Slavers. Hunting livestock, of course. And by livestock, I mean people. Anyone this far out is probably not on any official Imperium records. Easy pickings for the slavers. People forget Arrakis has 3 commodities: spice, water, and manpower. And the Harkonnens are in serious need of the 3rd. They're all over this region. It's quite the enterprise. Keep your eyes peeled, or end up building Neo-Carthag, brick by brick. 2 reasons. 1, I only deal with people who respect the deal. And 2, Glus there shoots anyone who doesn't. Still alive, are you?
Your sweat betrays you, off-worlder. Your body's shedding all the excess nutrients they pumped you full of in the prison racks. Smell like that, you never forget. I'm an off-worlder like yourself, and highliner travel in the steerage racks isn't much better. I have a task that needs doing, which requires some discretion. Do it for me, and I will train you. You have returned, off-welder. That depends on the day. Today, I'm an instructor. I can show you the ways of the Swordmaster for a price. The proof of my claim would be swift and final. It means I could have your head separated from your body before your next heartbeat. True may be pushing it, but I'm intimately familiar with the teachings of Jules Nouret and the Genaz school. It's like any other frontier pest hole, full of misfits who couldn't make it in the social order. All kinds. The sandflies are probably the closest. Would-be anarchists with delusions of grandeur. Since we're talking delusional, there's the masquerade over by the old power station at Misa Terrell. They're new around these parts, but don't take them lightly. They're here in force. First, they're true believers. Some kind of local cargo cult built around perverted Fremen doctrines. They might rob you, or possibly eat you.
Welcome to our humble mart, traveler. Let these few meters of Pinnacle Station demonstrate our home world's technological and biological largesse. We have but one simple request. Do not ask about the origins of our goods, and we, in turn, shall not burden your mind with such knowledge. We are a humble merchant of the DineT-Server. Our people's glorious deciphering of genetic codes reveals that we are all multiplicities unto ourselves. Every ancestor species swims in our soup. More to the point, our body teems with designer symbiotes grown in our labs. These benevolent worms swim in our viscera. They facilitate digestion, healing, and devour pesky cancers before cruder machines could even detect them. We hear their darling voices in our mind. Now you must tell us about yourself. You smell like a soup of interesting possibilities. Like something Mother used to make. How strange. What a prodigiously strange reaction to have so far from our home world. Ah, do not mind us. We are homesick.
You are not familiar to me. State your business. You may call me Zilla. That is all the designation you need. I serve the Landsrad representatives of Hausor on Arrakis. We do seek allies of means and ability, and are prepared to trade a favour for a favour. Quid pro quo. Then that should save us time and cut through idle chatter. Hausor commands respect in the Imperium through our advancements in medical equipment. Our homeworld is harsh, the air quality is abysmal. It has been in our best interest over the centuries to be on the cutting edge of medical tech. We aspire to ride that edge while still operating within the commandments of the Orange Catholic Bible. As you say. It is our medical tech which brings me to this trade post. I must substantiate rumours of our proprietary technology being sold on the black market. You may call me Zilla. That is all the designation you need. I serve the Landsrad representatives of Hausor on Arrakis. We do seek allies of means and ability, and are prepared to trade a favour for a favour. Quid pro quo. No. It is irrelevant. Idle banter is a waste of moisture.
You look a little lost, friend. You got somewhere you need to be. I can fly you there for a price. I like to fly. Fast. Storms, worms, or static, nothing stops me from getting where I need to go. But you know what I don't like much? Talking.
Yeah, I ran away. Call me a coward if you want, but it wasn't in the heat of battle. No. It was after. When I had time to think. Really, it was when I finally ran out of drinking buddies. Every one of them in a dusty grave. That's when I knew I had to get out. Leave the unit. Desert. Never thought that would be me when I signed up. But what's the point? Waiting for my turn to die on an enemy's blade, or waiting to die of thirst out here in this forsaken desert? At least this way, I'm dying on my own terms. And I'm not the only one who's made that choice, not by a long shot. So if you're standing over my corpse listening to this, well, good job. Nice shot. I don't hold it against you. At least I didn't die a pawn in some rich bastard's key ops game.